Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Ikyo Nostalgia here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the H-hour gameplay footage we've seen of the pre-alpha build today. So first things first, I want to just get this out of the way. Obviously, this is a pre-alpha build. It's a work in progress, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Alright, so now all that mumbo jumbo is out of the way. My first impressions of the game is that it definitely has a SOCOM look to it, but it looks kind of stiff, which is something that's most likely going to be worked out. The character movement, I don't think it's where it needs to be. I think it's a little slow. I remember people were bitching about it being too fast, and I didn't see it that way. And I'm talking months ago during the proof of concept video that they showed. It just feels stiff and slow. But I mean, it does look like SOCOM to me. A lot of people said it looks just like a generic style shooter. I'm not really seeing that. The way I remember SOCOM is a lot like this. Maybe it's just the way the map looks. The movement, it needs a lot of work. The only thing I can really think of every time I look at it is just how stiff it is. It needs to be a little bit more fluid. Like the way the guy holds the gun, it just seems like his arms are locked in place. There's no sway back and forth or anything. It doesn't feel very fluid. I was disappointed that we didn't get to see any scope mode. I really wanted to see somebody zoom in with a scope. We got to see him zoom in with the binoculars, but that doesn't really cut it. I want to see somebody zooming in. I was hoping when he went prone right here that he'd zoom in and try to get a headshot on somebody, but that wasn't the case. I don't know if it's in the game or not yet. It's obviously going to be added, but we don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know if it's going to be the classic SOCOM view or if there's actually going to be like a scope there, like something like Call of Duty. Nobody knows. I really like the map. It has kind of like a fox hunt feel to it, kind of mixed with a little bit of guidance. If you guys remember that map, there was people that were saying it was too big from some of the stuff we've seen with the fly through. I don't think it looks too big. We did have bigger maps in well, probably about the same size in SOCOM 2. I remember the mixer being fairly big. Fox hunt wasn't small. There seems to be some nice locations here for sniping, but they're not showing us the whole map here. I'm sure there's more to it. Just judging by the fly-through they did before, there's got to be much more to the map than just this. Their main focus seems to be on that building and the train over here, and I'm pretty sure there's more behind them that they're not showing us. But, graphically, it's not very impressive. It is a work in progress. It's a pre-alpha build, and it's something I'm probably going to say a million times. I'm sorry for that, but people have to be reminded of that. But that's not to say that it's ever going to really look much better. They might just kind of spruce it up a little bit and still look like this. It looks like, to me, it looks like pretty low definition. I don't know. The images on my screen, they just kind of look washed out. I don't know if maybe it's my computer. I don't think it is because when I look at the proof of concept video they did with Unreal Engine 4, and I'm going to put that up on the screen now just to give you guys a comparative view. This looks like something that's running under 720p. But then when you take a look at the proof of concept video for Unreal Engine 4, when they did the Sismus Church, it just looks way better. Uh, I don't really know how to fully explain that. I believe they're still using Unreal Engine 4. This looks way better. It's much more definition, and just the colors are more vibrant. The graphics are just a lot better. Textures and everything, lighting, pretty much blows the the latest video out of the water. I mean, I think when this came out, everybody was really excited. So to see the latest video versus this, it's a major leap backwards in graphical fidelity. So, just for comparison's sake, we're going to take a look at them side by side, and you can tell right away there's a major difference. Now, obviously, the latest build is gameplay video, and the church fly-through is just a fly-through. It's not gameplay, so that might make a bit of a difference. But what I'm thinking is that they realized that they couldn't do all of this with the limited amount of funding they had, so they wanted to at least get something out there. I'm not sure if it's more expensive to make the graphics better, or maybe it's more labor intensive, so that's why they didn't have the money to put all the labor into it. I'm not sure, but yeah, it is. It's definitely disappointing that it doesn't look as good as the Sismas Church looked. But nevertheless, I think it looks like it could potentially be a pretty damn good game. It's tough to say though. I mean, it's tough to make a judgment call just by looking at gameplay. Still, I mean, it's better than looking at pictures of guns, which is pretty much what they were giving us for updates for, I don't know, the past few months now, and it was really frustrating everybody. So I have to give them credit for at least bringing this out. But if they didn't bring this out by the time the beta rolled around, people are gonna leak it anyway. This way they can control it, and they can bring out and show you what they want to show you. When the beta comes out, we're gonna start seeing all sorts of different gameplay videos. Hopefully, we'll see more mechanics added to the game, jump to climb, stuff like that. All the little details that make a game SOCOM. I mean, you can't just make a third-person shooter and call it SOCOM. We have to have all the mechanics in place. Well, the beginning of this video kind of reminds me of Bitter Jungle, when you're just or Death Trap when you're first starting off as a SEALs. So a little bit of nostalgia right there. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I didn't want this one to be too long. Like, I don't want to really get into all the details. Like, I can sit there and just meticulously talk about the stairs and the grass and shit like that. I just wanted a quick update video to show you guys the gameplay, give you my thoughts on it. I'm pleasantly surprised. Obviously, it could be better, but it could be much worse. And I think they've got a long way to go before the game is complete. So hopefully everything works out, because, despite my feelings about the way they treat the community, I really, really want this game to work out. And I can't stress that enough. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. I thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.